What do you think of Larsa as part of the cast?
I don't know, because I asked Larsa about a year ago. We went into a party at an Art Basel, the last Art Basel before COVID, of course. I ran into her and I asked her, like, so there's, there's talks about Miami coming back. Would you be interested in coming? And she said no. Flat out, no. Very emphatic, no. But that was before the whole Kardashian thing. So who knows now that she's no longer part of the Kardashian, gig, that she wants to be relevant again in another TV show. And now Miami is not such a bad option anymore, right?
So when you asked her at Art Basel, she was still involved with the Kardashians?
I think there was still something was trying to brew, but it wasn't a final blow. They hadn't kicked her to the corner yet.
And that's why it was a no. And you think now that it seems that she's been kicked for good to the corner, you think that's why she would consider it?
Yeah.
And when she said no, she didn't elaborate on it. She just said, no, I wouldn't do this.
Back then she said no, yeah. Over a year ago, she said no.
Were you shocked, like when Larsa was on the Housewives and then the next thing you know was on the Kardashians and best friends with Kim and best friends with Kanye? And like, were you shocked when that happened before everyone's eyes?
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit.
Like, I don't even know how that...
But she had some history already. She had some history, Kim already, so.
It was just strange to me. I was like, where did this come from? You think you're right, now she wants to be back on TV now that she's no longer on the Kardashians.
Yeah. Yeah. She has a line of jewelry to promote, right?
Yes. Well, she is in the tabloids every other week. Like, she still makes tabloid headlines.
Yeah, as an ex-housewife of Miami, right?
Right. Well, she had lunch with Scott Disick, which a lot of people said those weren't the purest intentions. I mean, I think if you have lunch with Scott Disick, it's obvious there's going to be somebody taking pictures of that somewhere.
That's right. Yeah. The paparazzi follow Scott everywhere. Yeah.
Do you think she would be good for the show? Like, say you went back, like, do you think Larsa, whether you like her or not, would be good for the show?
I don't know. I think I'm neutral on that one. If you go by her, I think she would be good in the sense that because she's always in the tabloids, maybe then that creates, more attraction for the show. Yeah, in that sense, yes. Her personal style on a reality show on season 1, I was not too impressed. She was kind of lame. So I don't know.
Right.
That could be good or not. I don't know.
Right. Like, I see what you're saying. Right. She does get headlines and then there would be a buzz about it. But yeah, I mean, I would think back to season 1. She's not the one that I necessarily remember. Well,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe all those years of hanging out with her ex-BFF Kim have taught her how to be on a reality show.
Perhaps. And if she did, she learned from the best.
I was just going to say, like, do you think if she came back, we would see a totally different Larsa? Do you think she's, like, learned from Kim?
Perhaps, yeah, I don't know. Could be that, but she learned what exactly from Kim? You know what I mean? Like, Kim has a whole other gig, so I don't know. I think this has to do with personality too. And I think nobody compares to the Kardashians. They have their own thing, you know, it's the whole thing between the sisters and it works because it's genuine, right? They do fight, they do get in each other's nerves, and they do love each other, and they do build each other up, and it's just a true, you know, human connection that I think what made the Kardashians a recipe for success. So it's not like Larsa's gonna have, you know, 4 other sisters and recreate the recipe of the Kardashians. So she maybe could have learned a few things, you know, from the Kardashians, like how to pose in a bikini every day, you know, and get that kind of following. But outside of that, it's impossible for her to create the gravitas of the Kardashians, you know. It will never happen.